All right, just want to make sure that I'm live again. Let the people kind of flow through. Okay, just want to make sure that everything is going through. I know there was a flag earlier. And waiting for some people to come on. Let me know if you guys are on and you guys can hear. Okay, that should be good. Sweet. All right. I'm waiting for some people to come on, and while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe play a couple things for you guys. Can you see me now? I don't know if you guys can see me now. Am I still frozen? I don't know. I'm looking at the live stream and it doesn't seem to be frozen, so maybe, I'm just wanting to make sure I'm not frozen. Am I frozen now? Or can you see me now? I hope you guys can see me. I'm trying to monitor the stream and it looks like everything is good to go so far. So, just kind of checking it out. But I was, we were talking. I was live earlier before I got kicked off, because I was showing a YouTube video, and I guess I'm not supposed to do that. Bad Nick. Anyways, I don't know why they reported it, but it's whatever. If it's an Elida song, and I'm over here breaking everything down, but it's okay. We're fine. We're having fun. We're relaxed for today. I was breaking down the music video of a song called Desero a Millón. So it goes something like that. But I was breaking down the music video, and I was saying earlier that originally we were supposed to be filming at a different location, and that location didn't pan out for some reason, and so we were about an hour. 2 hours behind trying to find a new location for that music video. And when we finally started, filming, we found a location. Excuse me, we found a location that they were so thrilled to have us shoot a video there, and so they let us use pretty much anything that we wanted to, whether it was uniforms or go behind counters and all of that type of stuff. We got to really act like we were workers in the store, and it was really really cool to have that and to see that. And it was funny because if you guys are familiar with the video, I wish I could show you the video again, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get kicked off again. But I'm basically playing a manager at this grocery store, and I'm that micromanagement type of manager. I'm on everybody's ass, and I'm on everybody's hey, you don't be doing this, don't be doing that, you can't do this, can't do that. And even though I'm not saying anything, it's conveyed through the through my actions. And so you can tell I'm one of those managers. And while we're not shooting, if we're not in a particular scene, they had a little designated area for us. They also had like a restaurant inside of this store, or this grocery store. It was almost like a bodega, if you will. And so we're just kind of there. That's where we're laughing and we're talking crap, and we're when we're shooting this music video, we're having the time of our life. And it was really really fun. But what was funny is, in between takes, I still had my apron on, and I went somewhere. I forgot. I think I was gonna go see how the filming was going, because I could hear Lalo laughing, and I could hear Steve, who was the videographer at the time. I could hear him laughing, and so I wanted to go check out what was going on. We're already laughing throughout the entire stuff because it's just so silly, and it's just it's ridiculous to a point. Because we're playing characters that are not normally us. And we're having fun playing these characters, and Elle's having fun playing these different characters. She's different costumes, different wigs, and all of that type of stuff. So I wanted to go see what was going on. I wanted to go see what new to laugh about, because at this time I'm already developing abs from laughing too much. And as I'm going over there, this guy comes into the store, and he goes up to me, and he's asking me if I know where the eggs are at. He's asking me directions for all of these things that are inside the grocery store. And I'm there like, I don't know. And he's speaking to me in Spanish. First of all, I'm not really good at Spanish. And a lot of people are like, well, you're playing a Spanish band. How can that be? You're playing in a Latin band. Shouldn't you be good at Spanish? I'm not. I don't speak Spanish. I'm very, maybe not conversational at best. I'm not fluent in Spanish. I have a really bad accent when it comes to Spanish. And so this dude is talking to me legit full-blown Spanish. And I'm like, I don't work here. No trabajar aquí. And he was like, oh, pero tú tienes el uniforme, or wherever you say uniform. And I'm like, yes, but I don't work here. We're doing a music video, and he was like, okay, but I just want to know where the eggs are at. He's keeps telling me, just show me where the eggs. I'm like, I think they're over there. You're asking the wrong dude. And it was funny. And the guys the guys in the band saw this happening. They saw that they just asked me where the eggs were at, and it was just hilarious. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. So we're already joking and laughing our asses off, and then that happens, and then it added more fuel to an already delirious afternoon of shooting that video. And again, Vic, if you see in that video, our old guitar player, Victor Trevino, he found this wig. I think Elida was going to wear that wig, and he's like, nope, it's mine. I mean, he wore the wig for the entire day of shooting, and it was just hilarious. And yeah, that's that song. Which, by the way, that song was recorded on the Kronos. And so I'm figuring out that I can't show the music video, but I can play the music. So That's the song right here.
Llegaste cuando menos lo esperaba, borraste el dolor que aniquilaba mi vida, porque yo era una bala perdida y sin guía. Cambiaste mi ansiedad y mi rutina, plasmaste en mi alma tu melodía. Te quiero, este amor que has despertado es tan bello y sincero. Corazón de 0 a 1.000.000, lo siento. Tiempo de la emoción cuando me quieres dar un beso. Eres rayo de luz que entra por mi ventana en la madrugada y con una caricia llegas hasta el alma. Dejas tú las huellas de tu piel en mi piel. Eres fragilidad, despierta la inquietud que no me deja hablar. Respiro tu aliento y todo es tan perfecto. Contigo siento que puedo volar y volar. Palpita el corazón de 0 a 1.000.000, lo siento. Tiemblo de la emoción cuando me quieres dar un beso.
So, anyways, that's the song that I just showed the music video to, and just kind of broke down the music video and talked a little bit about the behind the scenes. We didn't really film any behind the scenes footage of that song, but yeah, we had fun. So yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of request, see what what you guys are up to, play some music for you guys. Let's just have some fun. Cousin Chris is on. What's going on? I want to play some. What's going on, cuz? Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Oh, man, thank you for the heart, me too. You guys are awesome. Missed you, cuz. The team bracelet, yeah, let's get it done. You have any requests, cuz? I'll play something for you. I might be making a trip down there. What to do? Okay, so I'm not. I don't know your name. I just know you as Ice G. if if that's what it's okay to call you, Ice G. But I want to know. I want to know your name. And you didn't miss much. Well, I broke down one of our music videos, and just kind of talked a little bit about the behind the scenes on that shooting day and on that video. But yeah. Trying to see what we got on YouTube too. Isaac Garcia. Okay, sorry, man. I saw you came on earlier, and I'm like, man, I feel bad because I didn't ask for your name earlier, and I'm like, man, I gotta get his name. But Isaac, thank you for joining. And yeah, I was just talking about the music video shoot that we did for Desero al Millón. That was off of our 2016 album, Mi Época. And if you're not familiar with the music video, I highly recommend to go check it out. I showed it on TikTok live earlier, and then I got a strike, and they kicked me off of live, and now I'm back here, and so I gotta not show YouTube videos on TikTok live, which is a bummer, but whatever. I can at least still play audio and jam over some audio for you guys. Like your screen name or your actual name. You know what? I might pour myself a glass of wine later on. Yeah, your TikTok name. Yeah, that's what I meant. You want to change your TikTok name, or do you want to change your actual name? Man, if I could change my name, like my legal name, I don't even know what I would want to change it to. I guess I'm just so used to my name already after 34 years. I'm like, oh whatever, I'll keep it. um, a lot of people have been calling me Nico lately, Nikko, which is cool. That's why if you see the logo down, I think I'm pointing to it. Should be down right here. Yeah. If you see this logo right here, I think I'm pointing to it. That's called the Nico logo. So yeah, so because a lot of people have been calling me Nico lately, and so I call it the Nico logo. Oh no, Junebug's still on here. Ice G, that's a cool nickname, man. So I don't know if you want me to call you Ice G or if you want me to call you Isaac, but either way, I am glad that you're here with me today and see what's going on. We got some people on YouTube, people checking in on YouTube. Let me know if you guys are there. Chat, use the chat feature down below. Oh, Bartholomew. They suggested Bartholomew Bigum or Esteban de la Mancha. I like those names. Those are cool. But yeah, so so by the way, we are streaming live to TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So if you guys are watching on those platforms, thank you. Thank you for, if you're here on TikTok, I got my chat over here. I just loaded it up for YouTube. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to do multi platform streaming from now on. And it's going to be a good time. But yeah, Nico is what they're calling me at this time. So yeah, I want to play something for you guys. So let's take some requests. I'm open for requests right now. I wonder why it's not showing up on the stream ads. Okay, there we go. I think it's starting to come up now. Yeah, Elon, I saw I saw who it was on the YouTube page. I was like, oh man, for some reason the chat wasn't loading up on my my screen. So I think I got it figured out now. For some reason, it wanted to just kind of glitch out on me. So now I can actually see my YouTube chats now. But yeah, I'm down for whatever. If anybody wants to make some recommendations or requests, the lines are open, as they say. Cool. So as you guys are coming up for suggestions of what to play, I'm gonna go ahead and, I was live streaming earlier, and a lot of people have been requesting, some Linkin Park. I played Indian earlier, and maybe I'll play some Linkin Park right now for you guys. This is actually one of my favorite songs right here. Mama J, what's going on?
Under a sky of dust, a constant wave of tension on top of broken trust. The lessons that you taught me, I learned were never true. Now I find myself in question. They point the finger at me again, guilty by association. You point the finger at me again. I wanna run away, never say goodbye. I wanna know the truth instead of wondering why. I
actually one of my favorite songs too.
When this began, I had nothing to say, and I get lost in the nothingness inside of me. I was confused, and I let it all out and find that I'm not the only person with these things in mind. But all the vacancy the words revealed is the only real thing that I've got left to feel. Just stuck, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along, somewhere I belong. And I've got nothing to say. I can't believe I didn't fall right down on my face. I was confused, looking everywhere, only to find that it's not the way I had imagined it all in my mind. What do I have but negativity? Cause I can't justify the way everyone is looking at me. Nothing to gain, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along, somewhere I belong. I will never know myself until I do this on my own, and I will never feel anything else until my wounds are healed. I will never make anything till I break away from me. I will break away, I'll find myself today. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along, somewhere I belong. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm somewhere I belong. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm somewhere I belong. Somewhere I belong.
Cool. We're having fun here. We're having some fun time. Mama J's, Ice G, my cousin Chris. We got Elon over here on YouTube. We're just having a good time. So everybody still out there, let me know in the comments if you guys are still here. If you like what you guys see, if you like what you guys hear, consider sending some gifts. If you guys are on TikTok, people who are joining in on YouTube, I haven't figured out the whole gift situation yet. I don't think I'm monetized for that yet. I am on TikTok, but I do have my Cash App. If you guys are feeling generous to, sending in any type of donations. For those of you who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Nicholas Rodriguez. I am a Latin Grammy award-winning musician with the band Elida Ardena y Avante. This is what I do for a living. I make music. My life revolves around creating music, recording music, performing music. I'm also a musical director and production manager for a church here in Corpus Christi. I also do content creation. My content creation revolves around my journey on the road, doing covers here. I got a YouTube channel. I also have a podcast that is called The Offstage Passport, where I interview musicians from all over the world. Doesn't matter what type of genre they're in, but musicians, we all have stories. And what I want to know is I want to find out those stories behind the scenes, get a nice little peek. The Offstage Passport, that's what it is. It's the podcast and interview show where we go behind the scenes, off stage, and to the lives of artists from all around the world. The first artist and musician that I got the privilege to interview, his name is Gusta Drummer. He was on my live earlier. But he is a former drummer from the band Owl City. Yes, Fireflies, the famous song that was, probably meme culture now. I got to interview him. He was a drummer during the cinematic tour, and he's got a YouTube channel where he documented playing drums on that tour. And Fireflies is such an iconic song, and it's cool to hear his perspective, his tour life, his camaraderie with some of his fellow brothers on the road. And that's the type of stories that I want to get behind. My second guest was Brockett Parsons, the keyboardist for Lady Gaga. And I got to sit down and talk with him and find out about his journey, his audition process, what it was like performing on the Super Bowl. Now, that's already finished and edited. I'm just waiting from his team to give me the okay. His legal team needed to make sure that whatever was said doesn't cross any NDAs, and everything that I edited was okay to publish. So I'm waiting for approval on that. The third person that I'm getting ready to interview, his name is Ricky Paggio. He is currently the keyboardist for Christina Aguilera, but he's the former keyboard player for Cher and Madonna, as well as Diana Ross. And he's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for a while. If you guys have seen me with that curved keyboard, I know Isaac, you asked about that keyboard earlier. I'm an endorsed artist with that company. The company's name is New Motion Keyboards. They're based out of Canada. And Ricky Paggio is also an endorsed artist with that. He's actually from Canada, and he was one of the first artists that was endorsed with New Motion Keyboards. So him and I, through the endorsement, we connected, we became friends, and we're setting aside some time. He's busy right now with Christina Aguilera, so we're setting aside some time to go ahead and have a nice little chat and talk. And so, I just want to get a glimpse into these people's lives. I know my perspective as a touring musician and the Hano industry, but it's cool to get different perspectives from people who are doing it in other industries, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk to these musicians and get their stories, and some of the stories that I'm talking about, the music video shoots, the behind the scenes that I talk about in the studio. I want to hear some of those stories from someone other than me. I want to hearing from musicians who are in that world and in that touring space, and just understand the stories behind some of my favorite songs and some of your favorite songs as well. So yeah, we're having a good time. So it's called the Offstage Passport. If you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, and for you, those of you on TikTok, my YouTube channel is in my bio. For those of you on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, I suggest going and subscribing now. And these lives stay on YouTube. So for those who are watching in the future and who are not with us on the live, definitely go check it out. So yeah, Isaac, I don't know if you had any requests or anything. Let's have a good time. Elon, if you have any requests as well. It's funny because I look over here because this is where my YouTube comments come from, and right here on my keyboard is where my TikTok comments come from. So that's why I feel like I'm talking to two different people. Well, we're all on the same stream, so we're having fun here. Isaac, earlier you asked me what is one of some of my favorite cumbias to play. I'm gonna play one of them right now. Let me get this keyboard set up because it's a fun one. Cool. All right, let's get this started now.
Y ando buscando amor, porque no estoy tranquila. No aguanto ya el dolor de estar sin tu cariño. No puedo engañarme sola, no dejo de amarte. Y tengo las intenciones de reconquistarte. No sé qué pienses tú de nuestra despedida. Espero que también estés arrepentido. Le he pedido a Dios que aún no te hayas encontrado alguien más que ahora esté muy cerca y a tu lado. Tal vez será necesario darnos por perdidos para darnos cuenta que cuando se tiene todo no se extraña nada hasta que se ausenta. No me hagas saber por Dios que ya me has olvidado, porque estoy completamente de ti enamorada. Un cariño tan bonito que nació de pronto, no hay que abandonarlo. Vamos a luchar por él y evitar que algo pueda lastimarlo. Dime si tú también piensas lo que estoy pensando. Quiero llenarte de besos, dime dónde y cuándo. Tal vez será necesario darnos por perdidos para darnos cuenta que cuando se tiene todo no se extraña nada hasta que se ausenta. No me hagas saber por Dios que ya me has olvidado, porque estoy completamente de ti enamorada. Un cariño tan bonito que nació de pronto, no hay que abandonarlo. Vamos a luchar por él y evitar que algo pueda lastimarlo. Dime si tú también piensas lo que estoy pensando. Quiero llenarte de besos, dime dónde y cuándo. Y continuamos. Tal vez será necesario darnos por perdidos para darnos cuenta que cuando se tiene todo no se extraña nada hasta que se ausenta. No me hagas saber por Dios que ya me has olvidado, porque estoy completamente de ti enamorada. Un cariño tan bonito que nació de pronto, no hay que abandonarlo. Vamos a luchar por él y evitar que algo pueda lastimarlo. Dime si tú también piensas lo que estoy pensando. Quiero llenarte de besos, dime dónde y cuándo. Dime si tú también piensas lo que estoy pensando. Quiero llenarte de besos, dime dónde y cuándo.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs to play. Dime Ni Cuando. That was recorded back in 1990. I believe it was EYA 98 was the album that it came out on. And so, yeah. You know, a very famous Buki song, Marco Antonio Solis. And, you know, they re-recorded it back in the 90s. And it's always a crowd favorite, and it's always a fun song to play live. Yeah. Let me see. You know what? Just for the fun of it, give me 1 second. Pull up another set list. See if you guys are. Let me put it here. There it is. I want to play. I played this earlier for you guys, but I want to play it again because it's a fun song.
La vida es corta, la tenemos que gozar. No se detengan, los invito a
One of my favorite songs
disfrutar.
ever.
Atrévanse a soñar, muy pronto lograrán ser feliz. Cuando te sientas que no puedes continuar, nunca te olvides que tú tienes libertad. Atrévete a soñar, muy pronto lograrás ser feliz. En la vida siempre sin tu amor quiero encontrar la calma. Yo te pido, mi amor, que cures el dolor aquí dentro de mi alma. Que tengas compasión, mi querido amor, quiero encontrar la calma. Amor, amor, eres tú, mi divino querer. Amor, amor, eres tú, no te quiero perder.
I always find myself going back to this first album. Because not only is it the album that really kind of started it all out for Elida y Avante,
Yo quiero sentir tu amor, tu
but
aquí dentro de mi alma.
the musicianship is next level on this album.
Sin tu amor quiero
You know, you hear the bass tone from Noe and Elle's voice. I'm in love with her voice.
aquí dentro de mi alma. Que tengas compasión, mi querido amor, quiero encontrar la calma.
Gande on accordion. I mean, it's just
Amor, eres tú,
so much good
mi
musicianship.
divino querer. Amor, amor, eres tú,
So it's nice going back to these
no
early
te
albums.
quiero perder.
You know, it's
Eres mi fantasía. Me duermo y te vuelvo a soñar. Eres todo para mí. Como tú no hay otro
I would say that this is my favorite Elida song. Definitely top
Tenerte
3.
en realidad, vivo en una fantasía llena de felicidad. Oh, 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 oh. Te quiero y sé que tú también. En el cuento del amor soy tu reina y tú mi rey. Te espero
My jam.
y te quiero besar. Y la magia de tu voz es lo que me hace cantar. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Yo desespero y te quiero besar. Y la magia de tu voz, eso que me hace cantar. Oh, oh, oh. Yo nunca he sentido lo que siento por ti. En un castillo parezco vivir feliz, por siempre estaré junto a ti. De fantasías lo que me hace sentir. Yo nunca he sentido lo que siento por ti. En un castillo parezco vivir feliz, por siempre estaré junto a ti. De fantasías lo que me hace sentir.
Oh, we can go into that song. Let me just get caught up for it.
No tienes corazón, me robas la ilusión de ser feliz. Oh, con el tiempo aprendí que no eres para mí, me haces sufrir. Has llenado mi mundo.
Let's hit those likes. Let's invite more people to the party. Tap the screen.
¿Quién más quieres en mí? No ves que me estoy muriendo del dolor que tu amor me causó. Prefiero morir. Hoy rompo el silencio. Estando a tu lado fue un gran error. No tienes corazón, me robas la ilusión de ser feliz. Oh, con el tiempo aprendí que
The grito
no
is
eres para
iconic.
mí, me hace sufrir.
Milo Rivas.
Has llenado mi mundo de engaño, de lágrimas, de tristeza y desprecio me voy. ¿Quién más quieres en mí? No ves que me estoy muriendo del dolor que tu amor me causó. Prefiero morir. Hoy rompo el silencio.
That was a fun song to play. I like playing that song. Now I'm over here looking at my set lists and thinking about all the songs that we haven't played in such a long time. We have Por Ti. We have some of the older stuff. Looking at through all these old set lists. Trying to see what can we play next. Play this song.
Y yo te esperaré, nos sentaremos juntos frente al mar y de tu mano podré caminar. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sé que en tus ojos todavía hay amor y tu mirada dice volveré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Siento que me quitaron un pedazo de mi alma. Si te vas no queda nada, queda un corazón sin vida que a raíz de tu partida se quedó solo gritando.
Takes me back to our tour together back in 2016.
Se me va porque no estoy contigo. Siento que mi luna ya no está, si no está tu cariño. Ni toda la vida ni toda el agua del mar podrá pagar todo el amor que tú me enseñaste. Sin ti no me voy a morir, solo si vuelves quiero despertar. Porque lejos no sirve mi mano para caminar. Porque solo espero que algún día puedas escapar. Y yo te esperaré, nos sentaremos juntos frente al mar y de tu mano podré caminar. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sé que en tus ojos todavía hay amor y tu mirada dice volveré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Ni toda la vida, ni toda la alma, todo el amor que tú me enseñaste a sentir. Sin ti yo me voy a morir, solo si vuelves quiero despertar. Porque lejos no sirve mi mano para caminar. Porque solo espero que algún día puedas escapar. Yo te esperaré, nos sentaremos juntos frente al mar y de tu mano podré caminar. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sé que en tus ojos todavía hay amor y tu mirada dice volveré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sigo cantando con la luz apagada, porque la guerra me quitó tu mirada. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sigo cantando con la luz apagada, porque la guerra me quitó tu mirada. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré.
Yeah, that was back in 2016 when we did that tour together. We take a little bit break from playing, but So let's that song "Gota Sperare." It became an anthem and it became synonymous with Jesse Turner's son, Jacob Turner, because a couple things. So we started off the tour. This is 2016. Kind of give a little bit of insight. Um, we did a couple days of production rehearsal, and it started February 2nd, where we did the production rehearsals, and we did it Wednesday night, Thursday, and then Friday we took it on the road. And the first place we played it, the first tour, the first stop of the tour was, I want to say it was February 4th, and it was in Seminole, Texas. And the second stop on the tour was in Hereford, Texas. Both were successful. What we were doing was pretty unheard of in our industry, in the Tejano music industry. It was 3 hours full of music. We have an opening band. It was Grupo Visión. And then it was Elida and Signo together. And we started off the night, kind of nice little intro. So, we had a countdown in our ears, and, we had a nice little sky in the background. I guess inspired by the sound. And we just played this for a little bit. Then Jesse and Ellie, they'll come out, introduce the tour. I can still, hear the people cheering for it. And then they go. They're singing, the system. And then we start off, the song, the tour with Juntos. And both shows were widely successful. We were pretty much riding on a high. And I remember we're finishing up the show. We're breaking down. We're celebrating a successful first week, and we weren't sure how this tour was gonna go. It's 3 hours back and forth. Elida does 45 minutes, and then we do a transition scene, and then Signo comes on. But the transitions were so seamless. Lalo gets off, takes off his snare, and Joey comes on, brings on his snare, and then we're doing an in between song where it's just piano, pad, and we're telling a story throughout the entire night, and we rehearsed it well. There were some kind of hiccups between the transitions, and we made sure we got the transitions right. The songs were just right. I was pretty much up there for all the transition songs, and everything was great that first week, and we were riding on a high, and we're having so much fun. We break down after Hereford, and I just remember Jacob Turner. We're talking and we're having fun, and they're cooking for us, and they're making us food, and we're celebrating. And I'll never forget, because the next day was Super Bowl Sunday, and the Super Bowl happened the very next day, and I'm guessing the following the day of the Super Bowl, very early Monday morning, if my memory serves me well. I'm recovering, from the tour. I'm exhausted, and the next day, it was a Monday morning, if memory serves me correct. Elida calls me, and she's in tears. And first of all, help at that time would hardly call me, and so I had a specific ringtone for her, and that's what woke me up. Woke me up the next day around 10 in the morning. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And she can hardly get some words out. She's in tears, and I hear the worried in her voice, and I hear her crying. And I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? And she tells me Jacob was in an accident. And our accordion player, his name is Jacob. And she's like, yes, Jacob was in an accident, and it's not looking too good, and just pray, and he's not looking well. And I'm over here thinking about Jacob, her accordion player. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jacob, what's going on? Jacob, our Jacob? And she goes, no, Jacob Turner, Jesse's son. He was in a really bad accident, and he's in the hospital right now, and we're not sure if he's going to make it. And, I'm stunned. Here we are, just kind of after I just saw this, I saw Jacob jamming with him on stage. I'm getting to play with him and witnessing what an amazing musician he is on the bass. Him and Joey were so tight, together. Just hearing them, they were monster musicians, and I'm getting to witness. I'm playing these songs, and I'm just like, man, this is amazing. And I'm just remembering, I can still hear the worry in Alita's voice, and I'm just like, man. I drove down to Brownsville where he was, being held at, and it was bad. It was really, really bad. Seeing Jesse, in tears, and Jesse crying, and Richard crying, and they weren't letting anybody into the hospital. And I'm just there at Valley Baptist Hospital there, in Brownsville. And man, it was overwhelming. And so, the reason that song that I just played, Yo Te Esperaré, was so prominent and so synonymous with Jacob Turner at that time of the tour, and even still to this day, because it was Jacob's last music video that they shot together. They had just shot the music. It had just came out as a single for Signal. And yeah, man, it was just, we took some time away from the tour. We weren't sure if Signal was going to even go on to perform. We had all these cities lined up already. Some venues were sold out. We had all of these cities and all of these things going on for this tour. And after the accident, we didn't know what was going to happen. What was the state of Signal? We didn't know what the state of Jacob Turner was. And, a couple months passed by, and we get the call that we're going to continue. And those first nights were so rough. Because when we played this song, Jesse couldn't almost sing it because they would have the music video on the screen. And the video was of he would turn back, and I'm getting kind of choked up just remembering Jesse looking back on the screen on the video, and seeing Jacob. That was his last song to really be a part of, release and all of that type of stuff. Last single, last music video that came out. And so it became a symbol, Yo Te Esperaré. It's a symbol for hope, a song of hope, a song that's very synonymous for Jacob Turner. And even to this day, I always, whenever I hear this song, whenever I'm playing it, whether here on the lives or whatever, I'm always taken back to, 2016, the moments. And yeah, it was nice. It was, you're right, Isaac. Him and Joey, their breaks were incredible. solid, they were tight, and they were just, iconic. I still to this day, just, I can't find a better duo, that were just as tight as Jacob and Joey were. And, so that's a little bit story in my, recountance of what was going on back in those days. And, yeah, yo te esperaré. I want to play it one more time.
Y yo te esperaré, nos sentaremos juntos frente al mar y de tu mano podré caminar. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sé que en tus ojos todavía hay amor y tu mirada dice volveré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré.
Jacob Strong.
Siento que me quitaron un pedazo de mi alma. Si te vas no queda nada, queda un corazón sin vida que a raíz de tu partida se quedó solo gritando pero a media voz. Siento que la vida se me va porque no estoy contigo. Siento que mi luna ya no está, si no está tu cariño. Ni toda la vida ni toda el agua del mar podrá pagar todo el amor que tú me enseñaste. Sin ti no me voy a morir, solo si vuelves quiero despertar. Porque lejos no sirve mi mano para caminar. Porque solo espero que algún día puedas escapar. Y yo te esperaré, nos sentaremos juntos frente al mar y de tu mano podré caminar. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sé que en tus ojos todavía hay amor y tu mirada dice volveré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Ni toda la vida, ni toda la agua del mar podrá pagar todo el amor que tú me enseñaste a sentir. Sin ti yo me voy a morir, solo si vuelves quiero despertar. Porque lejos no sirve mi mano para caminar. Porque solo espero que algún día puedas escapar. Yo te esperaré, nos sentaremos juntos frente al mar.
Even in the recording, you can hear how tight they were.
Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sé que en tus ojos todavía hay amor y tu mirada dice volveré. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sigo cantando con la luz apagada, porque la guerra me quitó tu mirada. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré. Sigo cantando con la luz apagada, porque la guerra me quitó tu mirada. Y aunque se pase toda mi vida, yo te esperaré.
Yeah, that Jacob style on the bass, especially that song. To witness it live, to be, the stage was full. I mean, the stage was so full, and the stage was like packed. They had to squeeze in my keyboard somewhere because, again, Sino currently they have a keyboard player, but at the time they didn't have a keyboard player, and so we had to we had to put all of Elida's gear and all of Signal's gear together on one stage. It was a very, very, very ambitious tour. And I'm so glad we got to pull it off, and I'm so glad that we got to do it, because man, it was just such a fun tour that we did together. And again, it was we played with Signal a lot of times. Signal and Elida go back, and I'll play another Signal song. Well, not Signal song, but Elida's song that featured Jesse Turner. I'll play that song in a little bit. But again, we played so many gigs. I remember Florida, doing Florida together. And there was one time we played together in a town. Oh man, it starts with a B. I can't. My brain's a little bit, fried right now. But man, I remember just playing that and watching Jacob and Joey just go at it, and just how tight they were. And man, it was just, as a musician, first of all, these are friends of mine. But as a musician, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are fucking amazing. You bastards, And I'm just, Jacob would just, he would just play the fuck out of that bass. And him and Joey, their style just, they complemented each other so well. And their hits and together were just so tight. And I'm just watching there. I'm like, you guys are bastards. And I would tell them all the time, I was like, you assholes. You guys are assholes. You guys are amazing. Jacob, was amazing. And when that weekend happened with the accident, it was overwhelming for a lot of us. Overwhelming. And so, every time I play that song, it was just, it's just a great reminder of those memories. I pray and I hope one day we'll get to see even a fraction of those moments from Jacob. I pray. I'm hopeful. I know we live in a different time now, but I'm grateful for those times, and I'm grateful for those memories that we shared together on stage, that we shared together on tours. Yeah, just so much fun together. And that song will always remind me of Jacob Turner. And so yeah, Jacob Strong on that one. And definitely good times. Always gonna remember that tour. Yeah, Signal with Jacob hit so different. Christina, thank you for liking, and thank you for the likes. Thank you everybody for, if you guys have donated, if you guys have sent gifts, if you guys have liked, if you guys have supported what I do here at any point, I'm very, very appreciative of you guys. Share, like, if you guys want to send some tips, gifts, please do. Again, it's even more of an incentive for me to share these behind the scenes and these memories and stuff like that on these lives. For those of you who are on YouTube, I do have the Cash App link down below. For those of you who are on TikTok, the gifts, you guys can use the gift icon to send gifts. And I'm going to continue just sharing memories and playing music for you. We've been on together for 90 minutes, an hour and a half. And I am so glad to be here with you guys. And, I'm going to play the song that really inspired that tour. That is this song right here. as I'm reflecting, back in my career with Elida, in 2016 I was 26, and I joined in 2013 when I was 23, and again, I'm very very fortunate to be part of an amazing organization, and Elida's she's had some incredible duets and features, and she's been featured on with a lot of iconic artists. One of the ones that come to mind that we did back in 2014 was a song with Ben and Rolo from Solido, and it was off of our Al Fin Completa album. I'm gonna try to see if I can bring it up. And it was a song called Atrévete a Amarme. And what's funny about this song is that when we were recording it, Richard was actually recording the bajo parts with us in the studio. He would help out Lalo a lot with mixing and with the bajo parts. And there's a moment in there that is very very unorthodox for us. They were coming up with the ideas, and they were trying to come up with what are we gonna do here. They came up with something that's like, man, we're missing something like a transition piece, or it didn't sound good on bajo, didn't sound good on keyboards. They were just trying to figure out what are we gonna do. Well, Richard got out and they got a banjo. And they didn't know how to play the banjo, but it was a sound that they thought about, and they're like, okay, this is what we want, and they recorded banjo. So there is a banjo that's recorded on this song, and Richard learned the banjo just enough to record what they wanted to record on this song, and and this is the final song that came out. Chris, thank you for the gift. So you can barely hear the banjo in that part, but live, I actually. Again, I was talking earlier about it's my job as a keyboard player to fill in all the other instruments that are not normally, they're not even being played, or I got a lot of parts to play, and you may not even hear my parts, but they're there. Trust me, they're there. I'll try to point it out. You can hear it. You hear it in the beginning. Listen real closely.
Sufres porque quieres, no puedes aceptar que a tu pasado no puedes regresar. Sufres porque quieres, tú no te has dado cuenta que yo me he enamorado.
There's no keyboard parts on this song,
No tienes
but I get to play the banjo.
idea.
Que cuando lloras tú, lloro yo también. Que cuando sufres tú, sufro yo también.
Rompe las cadenas de aquel viejo amor.
Ábreme las puertas de tu corazón.
Tengo más de 10,000 besos que he guardado esperando esta ocasión.
Tengo un puño de esperanza que quisiera cambiarla por tu dolor.
Quiero respirar tu aire, mis secretos regalarte.
Atrévete a amarme, haz lo que se hace tarde.
hear it. And here's a banjo solo.
Cuando lloras tú, lloro yo también. Que cuando sufres tú, sufro yo también.
Rompe las cadenas, mi aquel viejo amor.
Ábreme las puertas de tu corazón.
Tengo más de 10,000 besos que he guardado esperando esta ocasión.
Tengo un puño de esperanza que quisiera cambiarla por tu dolor.
Quiero respirar tu aire, mis secretos regalarte. Atrévete a amarme, haz lo que se hace tarde.
Atrévete a amarme, haz lo que se hace tarde. Atrévete a amarme.
You can hear the banjo there. So yeah, they went to Guitar Center. They got a banjo, and I think they returned it right after the session. You know, but it was funny. And that's what was missing. And that's what was missing. And you know, it's just where it's really prominent. It's very, very subtle. It's, you know, you're thinking maybe it's a bajo. You would have never known it was a banjo. That's all that was there in that part. Let me play that one more time.
Quiero respirar.
The banjo.
Cuando lloras tú.
And it's just that, you know, I had to try to match the filter and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, it was a banjo. And again, that wasn't, during another duet with Ben and Rolo from Solido. And, another one that comes to mind is, I don't really have the track on here, or not the track, but the program, the song on here. But, Jay Bettis. We just played with Jay Bettis this past weekend in Midland. But yeah, she did a duet with Jay and Mario Ortiz, who was at the time the producer and music director for Jay Bettis, co-directed and co-produced the song. Yeah, we use it, return it.
Solo
See if I
tú
can
me
find it. I have it.
interesas. Me escuchas con paciencia. Transmites calor. Brillante es tu amor. Me calma tu voz.
Solo tú me comprendes, te entregas con ternura, me siento feliz al estar junto a ti, hermosa tu luz.
Eres mi sueño hecho realidad. Eres y serás mi único amor.
Conoces mis defectos, deseos y anhelos. Siempre serás para mí la razón de mi existir. Y no viviré si tú no estás. Solo tú me haces volar. Siempre serás para mí.
was again, I think about artists that we've been fortunate to work with. Jay Pettis, talked about Jesse Turner, Solido, and now even Presence. One of the latest ones. Palominos.
Qué suerte tuve de conocer una persona como tú, de coincidir en el mismo lugar. Bendita la hora que te vine a encontrar.
Siempre lo supe, que llegaría mi persona ideal, y un solo día yo perdí la fe.
Estaba seguro que en esta vida ibas a aparecer. Contigo es diferente, me hace sentir más fuerte. Contigo tengo más de lo que pude imaginar. Contigo ojos cerrados, confío en tus manos, y sea donde sea, sé que me vas a cuidar. Contigo me quiero quedar la vida y mil más. Contigo es diferente, me hace sentir más fuerte. Contigo tengo más de lo que pude imaginar. Contigo ojos cerrados, confío en tus manos, y sea donde sea, sé que me vas a cuidar. Contigo es diferente, me hace sentir más fuerte. Contigo tengo más de lo que pude imaginar. Contigo ojos cerrados, confío en tus manos, y sea donde sea, sé que me vas a cuidar. Contigo me quiero quedar la vida y mil más. Contigo es diferente, me hace sentir más fuerte. Contigo ojos cerrados, confío en tus manos. Contigo es diferente, me hace sentir más fuerte.
Then we also have a duet with Bobby Pulido.
Elida, no sé qué voy a hacer.
Had to change your name.
¿Qué voy a hacer ahora que no estás aquí? ¿En qué gastaré los minutos sin ti?
¿A dónde caminaré si no me llevas tú? Si todo se puso oscuro, tú eres mi luz.
¿Qué voy a hacer si te buscan mis manos? ¿Qué voy a hacer si te sigo soñando? Y tú lo que haces es estarme olvidando. ¿Qué
tiemblan mis manos. ¿Qué voy a hacer si te sigo soñando? Y tú lo que haces es estarme olvidando. ¿Qué voy a hacer para deshacer todo el desmadre que te causé? ¿Qué voy a hacer si te encuentras a alguien que no sea como yo, que sí sepa cuidarte? ¿Qué voy a hacer para revertir todas las veces que te ofendí? ¿Qué voy a hacer para cerrar la llave de tus ojos y ya no sentirme culpable? ¿Qué voy a hacer para deshacer todo el desmadre que te causé? ¿Qué voy a hacer si te encuentras a alguien que no sea como yo, que sí sepa cuidarte? ¿Qué voy a hacer para revertir todas las veces que te ofendí? ¿Qué voy a hacer para cerrar la llave de tus ojos y ya no sentirme culpable? ¿Qué voy a hacer sin ti? ¿Qué voy a hacer?
So yeah, so looking back and uh, looking again to my career, been fortunate to see duets with Jesse Turner, duets with Solido, Jay Perez. We did one with Palominos, Bobby Polido. We just finished playing. So there's been a lot of a lot of great collaborations over the years, and I'm fortunate to see them. Now, Isaac, I know you're still here on TikTok. I need to check on my YouTube fam. What's going on over here in YouTube world? There's not a lot of chat going on in YouTube. If you guys are still tuned in to YouTube, please let me know in the chats. If you guys haven't liked already the videos, let's get those likes up. On TikTok, we're at 3.9 thousand. Let's try to see if we can get it up to 5,000 likes here on TikTok. You guys had an earthquake over there? Damn. Earthquake over there in West Texas. There's been a lot of earthquakes lately. I wonder if it has to do with the fracking. Just saying. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, TikTok. Let's try to see if we can get to 5,000 likes for this stream. YouTube, we got a couple people watching over here on YouTube. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can get some likes and some love over here on YouTube as well. I forgot what I was gonna play. I was gonna do something. I'm pretty sure it was gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, I was talking about the duets, and fortunate enough to see some great duets, and it had to do with. Oh, speaking of, I remember now. Isaac, are you still over here on TikTok world? Yeah, I know the oil field's crazy out there. My dad works in Pecos, and he's been in the oil industry his entire life, so I know it's been crazy out there. I have a cousin who also works in Midland, so yeah, it's cool. So Isaac, I know we talked a little bit about the Addicted album earlier. We talked about the sample. I did a sample, and I did that with the talk box. We talked about that. We talked about let me just go to that. We talked about Bailale. That was one of your favorite songs. But there's a song on there that we kind of did bachata style, and it's a song called Primera Clase, and that was actually written by an artist named Zeddy. Amazing artist. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna play our version. I'm gonna play our version called off the Adicta album. Sounds like this.
Este espacio que dejo entre mi oído y mi pecho es reservado para que sea tu refugio mientras te abrazo y regresarte el favor por tanto amor que me regalas. Hasta mañana.
That's Zeddy singing in the background.
Y si fuera por mí.
So it's his song, and he got to sing the background vocals without. He's the pad right there. This is Zeddy right here.
Para verme en los tuyos para siempre, porque tengo mi boleto, primera clase en la felicidad, cortesía de tus labios que con un beso me hacen volar, porque tengo mi boleto, primera clase en la felicidad, cortesía de tus labios que con un beso me hacen volar. El cielo no está tan lejos cuando nos das.
So this is Zeddy's version.
Este espacio que dejo entre mi oído y mi pecho es reservado para que sea tu refugio mientras te abrazo y regresarte el favor por tanto amor que me regalas. Hasta mañana, frase que en tu ausencia se alarga. Y si fuera por mí,
So we took this song
cerraría mis ojos ni
and we turned it into like a little
para
bachata type of vibe. EYA spin
para
on it.
verme en los tuyos para siempre. Tengo mi boleto, primera clase a la felicidad, cortesía de tus labios que con un beso me hacen volar.
I don't know how you can reach that register.
El cielo no está tan lejos cuando tú estás. solo por ti.
So yeah, so that was Zeddy's version, and we were fortunate enough that he gave us a song and allowed us to put our spin on it, and it was fun. You know, we experimented. I think that was an album of experimentation. We did a lot of things that we normally wouldn't do, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was fun recording that album. It was fun. Again, that I brought a talk box in. We did bachata. We got a violinist. We did a lot of, things that we normally wouldn't do on that record, and that was a fun record to record. So there was a question. It was, how did you join EYA, and what did it take? And so I talked about earlier about Lorenzo Papobanda. And he's one of my best friends, one of my great friends, and him and I, we go back a while. In 2012, let's take it a little bit earlier before that. In 2011, I was part of a band, an artist by the name of Jovic Reina, and I was a keyboard player for Jovic. And we opened up for Elida at Bees Island Club in Houston, Texas. And this was, I believe, May of 2011. And, that's when I met Lalo and the guys. And I met Annette, who was their manager. And I was in constant communication with Annette. And, I was, quote unquote, managing our band. And so I needed to make sure backline, what was the backline going to look for us? And taking care of our band with Joe Vic. And so, we opened up for Elida in Houston, Texas. And that's when I met the guys. And again, 2011, they just won the Grammy in 2010 for Fantasia. So again, they played the Fantasia, song. And I remember hearing it. I was like, man, I love the way they sound. I love the way, that song sounds. I hadn't heard that song. My introduction to Elida growing up was whatever. It's kind of early morning now. So that was my introduction. That was what I remembered Elida growing up. Dime Dónde. All of those songs. So when I heard Fantasia, I was like, man, such a beautiful song. And I remember in 2011 practicing it in my room and programming it and all of that type of stuff. It was a dream of mine just to play that song with the band. And fast forward a couple of years, 2012, I leave Jovic and I become the keyboard player for an artist named Alyssa Science. And Alyssa at the time was signed with Q Productions. And I was hanging out with an old member of Cumbia All Stars, part of AB's band. His name was Eloy Vasquez. And at the time I was living in Kingsville. Eloy and I were hanging out a lot. And Eloy introduced me to Jay Alanis, who is one of my best friends. He's the current guitar player for Jay Perez. But at the time, he was a bass player for Mas. Multi-Grammy award-winning bass player. And Jay and I became best friends over our favorite band by the name of Dream Theater. Dream Theater is my favorite band. And him and I, we became friends. And well, in doing so and befriending Jay Alanis, and him, knowing how I play and stuff like that, he invited me to be part of a band that he was putting together with his cousin, Papo, who played bass or who played keyboards at the time for Elida. It was called Tatuajes, and we would play Spanish rock. Maná, Quita Estación, Daria by Nick. There was a lot of, Spanish rock bands that we played. covers, and we would play Tuesday nights at the ranch in Kingsville, Texas. And they invited me to play keyboards for that band. And I was, and we had Saul Cisneros on drums, who was the drummer at the time for A.B. Quintanilla and Cumbia All Stars. Eloy on percussion, who was with All Stars as well, with A.B.'s band. We had Victor Trevino, who at the time was running monitors for Elida. We had Papo Banda, who at the time was keyboard player for Elida. Jay Alanis, who at the time was the bass player for Jimmy Gonzalez Grupo Mas. Papo's wife, Rita Banda, was the singer, and who was, very well known in the Christian community as a Christian artist, and, daughter of Eloy Banda, of the famous Conjunto Bernal. Rita Bernal was, the daughter. And then me, who was relatively unknown at the time. So I was surrounded by a lot of, talented individuals. And it was an honor to be, invited. Papo and I became good friends. And there was a weekend where Papo wasn't going to be able to play keyboards. And he trusted me with the job. And he's like, hey, I need you to fill in for me this weekend. It was a gig in Round Rock, Texas, called and it was a festival, Fiesta Patrias, in Round Rock, Texas. This was 2012, and that was my foot in the door with Elida. I became a hired gun after that weekend, and so there were times where Papo couldn't make the gigs, and I would, come in here, and I would fill in for Papo. And towards the end of 2012. Papo was kind of getting ready to leave the band. And, whatever, I don't know, I think he just, kind of quit the band or whatever. Don't really know the full story on that end. But, I talked about it earlier, Isaac. I remember playing Lubbock, Texas. Well, that weekend, New Year's Eve weekend, the 28th, we played in Odessa. The 29th, we played in Lubbock at Wolfie's. The 30th of December 2012, we traveled, met up with the guys from Signo in El Paso, and then we traveled together. Because on the 31st, we traveled together to Arizona, to Tucson, Arizona, and we were closing out the show together, Elida and Signo, and Casino del Sol in Tucson, Arizona. And so, I was, again, at the time, filling. Come the end of January, I think it was, the end of January is when Papo left the band, and they were doing a big gig with the orchestra, with the Valley Symphony Orchestra in McAllen, Texas, doing a show for Elida. And they called me. It's like, hey, can you do this show? I mean, it's going to be with an orchestra. We kind of need a keyboard player. We're kind of, we're scrambling to find somebody. You're somebody who we trust. So I drove down to the Valley, and I did that show with them. And during the week after that gig, Lalo, who is our musical director, producer, and Elida's husband, he's the one that gave me a call. He's like, you know what? Papo's out of the band. We have people that we, that would love the position. But since you've helped us out a lot, the set, what we go through, the band. If you want the position, it's yours. Keep in mind, I was 23 years old. I was still in music school. I had just enrolled for a full-time semester of college. And I was like, okay, that's great, but I just enrolled in school. If you guys can help me out with some of the school stuff, I'm definitely there. And they did. They helped me out. I'm just gonna say my semester at Texas A&M Kingsville that year wasn't as successful as I would like it to be. I remember sometimes that we would be getting out for the road, and we would be coming in from, like, let's just say West Texas. On we played Sunday in West Texas, and we'd be getting to Kingsville early in the morning, and I remember the bus dropping me off, and I think I parked my car at the university, and they would pull up in front of the university, and I would go to my car, and it would be 7 a.m. and I had an 8 a.m. class, and I took a shower there in the bus, and I would get ready, and went straight to classes, coming in from the road, from music school, and but basically it was because of that filling in, being a fill-in, becoming friends, and making myself, I hustled a lot to be seen and to be recognized, to be given a chance. Tatuajes was my chance to kind of prove myself as somebody who can keep up with musicians of that caliber. Jay Alanis, Saul Cisneros, Victor Trevino, Eloy Vasquez, Papo Banda. And, kind of proving myself and doing what it took, programming. They saw my programming style. They allowed me the opportunity to fill in for some of those bands, and prove myself in those ways. And so that's what it took. I know, Isaac, you asked, what did it take and how did I become a member of Elida's band? And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, those of you who are on YouTube and do not know me, my name is Nick Rodriguez. I am the keyboardist for Latin Grammy Award winning Elida Reina y Avante. And I just told my story of what it took and how I got to be a member of the band. And so that's really what it was, just kind of networking and busting my ass. And I was with relatively unknown artists at the time. And, now I've been together with Elida, recorded numerous of albums with them, won a Latin Grammy. And hopefully later on today, it's midnight, but hopefully later on today at 7 in the morning, I'll be going live again. And we're up. We made the first rounds in the first round of nominations for the Latin Grammys for this year. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we made the final round of nominations for the Latin Grammys. And maybe we'll be going to Miami again. Miami. This time, the Latin Grammys were previously held in Las Vegas. And so hopefully we'll be going out that way. It'll be fun. And so if you guys are still up with me at 1 o'clock in the morning Central Standard Time, I applaud you and I thank you. Those of you on YouTube, chat, drop in on the chats. If you guys are subscribers to my YouTube channel, let me know. If you guys are new and this is, your first time watching me, let me know. So Isaac, I don't know if you transferred over to YouTube or if you're still over here on TikTok world. But yeah, chime in, let me know. But yeah, I remember you said, I hope that answers your question of how I became a member of Elida's band. I just see that, Isaac, that you subbed on my YouTube. And go check out the Offstage Passport. Go check out the interview I did with the former drummer of Owl City. And you know what? Just because we're talking about it,
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the wall as I fell asleep. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay away. ends slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
Agua del Cielo. You know what? I have not. So, I was there in the early days, before the first album came out for Jovic. He had already written Comachero and a lot of all these other songs, Preciosa. Um, yeah, there was just a lot of songs that we recorded the demo, and then after I left, he recorded the album. But I remember writing some of those parts with him. And so this one I'm not familiar with, so I'm going to listen to it right now. Definitely M1 Sax. Okay, cool.
Vente a bailar esta cumbia, vente a bailar esta cumbia para pedirle el agua del cielo. Y ay, por favor,
Cool.
necesitamos el agua del cielo. Están pidiendo aquí, mi señor. Yo sé que puedes, no más queriendo. Tráenos el agua y luego el sol.
Cool.
Vente a bailar
Okay,
esta
cool.
cumbia. Vente a bailar esta cumbia para pedirle el agua del cielo.
That trips me up.
Y ay, por favor.
Okay.
Necesitamos el agua del cielo. Te están pidiendo aquí, mi señor. Yo sé que puedes, no más queriendo. Tráenos el agua y luego el sol.
Okay. Okay. But I remember writing this one. still kind of remember some of the
Y
stuff.
él siempre termina ahí. Y cuando se despegan de la pista del baile, todo el mundo lo quiere seguir. A las muchachas les gusta como baila, porque se mueve con mucho sabor. Toda la gente le llama cumbachero, porque nació.
If you notice, if you pay attention really close to this, it's not a sax that's doubling the main saxophone. The harmonies, it's not a sax. And I learned this from Joe Lopez. I mean, not Joe. Oh my God, Joe Vick. Sorry. It's it's definitely I learned this from Joe Vick because he did go on the road with Fito Olivares, and so that's probably why he gives you big old Fito vibes, because he did play saxophone for Fito Olivares a couple times, and it's not a saxophone that's backing it up; it's actually a cello sound. It doesn't sound like a sax; it sounds very artificial, and that's because it's a cello. If you listen very, very closely, you'll hear that the second part is the cello. Ah. I'll play it from the beginning.
Cuando hay un
Cello.
buen baile,
Would have never guessed
siempre
it.
termina ahí. Y cuando se despegan de la pista del baile, todo el mundo lo quiere seguir. A las muchachas les gusta como baila, porque se mueve con mucho sabor. Toda la gente
If he
le
hadn't
llama
told me, I
cumbachero,
would have been like, what
porque
the heck?
nació para ser un
The
bailador.
F is it?
Ahí viene el cumbachero que baila sin parar. Ahí viene el cumbachero el que viene a gozar. Ahí viene el cumbachero
Wanna
entre
see the
medio
harmony.
de salón. Ahí viene el cumbachero el que toca saxofón. Cuando hay un buen baile, y él siempre termina ahí. Y cuando se despega de la pista del baile,
Yeah, it's a
todo
cello.
el mundo lo quiere
Crazy.
seguir. A las muchachas les gusta como bailan, porque se mueve con mucho sabor. Toda la gente le llama al cumbachero, porque nació para ser un bailador. Ahí viene el cumbachero y el baile sin parar. Ahí viene el cumbachero el que viene a gozar. Ahí viene el cumbachero entre medio de salón. Ahí viene el cumbachero el que toca saxofón.
And the reason I guess I remember those harmonies so well is because I actually wrote those harmonies with him. I remember he had his little practice shed, and he was trying to say, you give me the harmonies of this, and you know, I forgot what he would play the notes for me, and I was like, okay. He was like, no, it's supposed to be like higher, and it's supposed to be in this voicing. He would play it on the saxophone, what kind of what he wants, and then I would just follow. I can't remember what he's playing, but I remember what I played. Oh yeah, he did this with Chris Dominguez. And Chris Dominguez was actually with Cumbia Kings. So that's why it's got the little Cumbia King vibe. And again, he was using a talk box.
Baila mi cumbia, baila este ritmo, sigue moviéndote.
Yeah, so I remember that. This one.
Bailando.
Yeah, Chris Bott at the time. He goes by, I forget what he goes by now.
Así. Muévelo. Vengo a bailar esta
So I remember him writing all of those songs. So yeah, but Chris Dominguez, I gonna keep my mouth shut with that one, but I'm not really a fan. Let's just say that. He's a cool guy, but I haven't really had too many good experiences with him. I'm gonna improvise a little bit for you guys. It ends the night with one more song, and it's a nice song for me. And it goes a little bit something like this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the mic and just let the piano kind of come through. It's one of my favorite songs to play. One of my favorite songs altogether. And with that, we have been on together for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm going to have to get up here in a couple of hours. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. And with that, I am going to end this live. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking. You know what? It's 4.6 thousand. We need 400 more likes to get to 5,000. Let's just stay a little bit longer till we hit 5,000. If you guys that are on TikTok, if you don't mind tapping the screen and helping us get to 5,000 likes on TikTok, let's hit that goal right now. If you're on TikTok right now, please hit the like button. Help us get to 5,000 likes. On my people on YouTube, if you don't mind liking it as well. Let's end the night on a positive note. Thank you, Isaac. 4.7, 4.8, and we're gonna we'll end the night at 5,000 likes. And while you guys are liking away, I'm gonna play you Elida's favorite song. It's a song called Por Ti. You guys have a good night. Thank you for joining me on this live. Thank you for helping me get to 5,000 likes. And for staying with me for 2 hours. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys in the morning. And you guys have a good night. God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you for going with me on this journey. I will see you guys tomorrow.